Hello, it is Lord Haywire. I am streaming some 2D 4X, Godot 2D, C Sharp. Yeah, I said 2D twice. 2D, there I said it 3 times. So at least it's not 2D with 2D. Anyways, uh, what we're doing today is we currently have the counties set up. So the counties are all working. We moved everything over from my code here, where it generates the counties based on this color coding part. In this other part, we just had to add more counties at some point. But this is by far enough for testing right now. And we have, if we hit play here, we will. I'm going to start my music while we wait for this. Um, you guys can't hear. You can't hear my music. We have this here. So these are all counties, and they're color coded randomly. These ones are very similar color, but those are different colors. So these are 3 different factions, or sorry, 4 different factions now. Uh, so we have, AI faction 1, AI faction 2. This is 2 different counties. AI faction 3, and then we have our player faction. We're not going to do it where they start out with 2. It's just for the testing. We kind of need them to have 2, maybe, to see like when they move to allies and stuff, when AI and stuff gets there. But we're not even at that part. What we need to do now is when we hover over a county, it changes uh, its shader so that it shows that it's being hovered over. I guess, is it a shader? So like on this one, if we turn on the map sprite again, how it works is I have 2 of them running at once. That's probably not the brightest idea. I guess it works. So on this one, this is the code that I took from someone else, which his code is in the README of this, and this is open source. So we wanted to do this basically, and then we wanted to also do all of the features that used to work when you clicked on a county. I don't think they currently work. No, they're all disabled right now. So we want, because they don't have colliders. Before I was using colliders, and the whole point of this is to avoid having to use colliders for all these, because we would have to, if we did a change to like the colliders or whatever, you got to go through every single fucking one of these and do the change. So we don't want to do that. What we want to do is have it generate this shit automatically. So if we look at our code, the code that I stole, it's not stealing. He knows I'm doing it. We have our old, this is our player controls. Is this pinned? Let's pin this today because we're going to be fucking with this. This shouldn't be that hard. In my brain, it says it shouldn't be that hard, but it's going to be probably a nightmare. Currently, the only thing that our player can control is the mouse, and in the controls, though, is pause and unpause. That's all it does. So we need to bring over this other code, which is all of this stuff, where we are going to, when you click, it's going to go through. The click's going to pass through the map of that we actually look at and hits the color-coded map on the bottom. And then when it hits the color-coded map on the bottom, it's gonna pick that color, and it's gonna look, say, like, is this approximately this county's color? And if it is, then it's gonna show the sprite. And if it isn't, it's gonna hide the thing. We're also gonna have to put like an if statement in. Like, if it's selected, don't hide it. But that's later. We got to get this shit working first. So I think the first thing we need to do, it looks like in this code, let's copy over this code. What the fuck? You guys can't hear my music. I thought I started an album, but I started a song. And so the song after that was terrible. Uh, oh, I wanted to refresh my little chat thing. It seems like I need to do this afterwards. So let's copy this shit over. This is static body 2D up there, huh? I wonder why we made it a static body 2D. I think I got one too many squiggly things. Braces, brackets, braces. I wonder why we made this a static body 2B. Well, we'll find out in like 10 seconds. So then let's paste this right here, right in the middle of our code, so everything's busted. And then we'll get, oh, did I get that? I didn't want that. We'll copy this stuff up here. And it looks like we're going to need to get rid of some of this because I already have it. And player controls equals true. And collision rectangular shape. I don't think I actually need this anymore. I deleted it off the other one. Yeah, so we're also going to need to add something to our globals. And then we're going to put this input. See, this input's different though. No, it's the same. Sometimes I've written these like multiple different ways, the inputs, because I still don't quite understand why sometimes it wants certain stuff and other times it doesn't. We're going to put this, we're going to actually take this and put this up here. The problem is it assigns this every time. Well, I guess we don't have a choice with that. Okay, this is why we needed the static body 2D, was to get this to get the mouse position. I was wondering why we needed that. And then this can actually sit in here. We're just going to rename this thing to player controls. And then county data is, what did we call this over here? It's only been a week, and I feel like I haven't streamed for like a month. It's crazy. I mean, stream this channel. We called it nothing. We haven't put this part in. So define a namespace. Oh, we'll move this ready into position too while we're here, and we'll get rid of this thing and this thing and this thing, and we'll K and D it here. Oh, we already have it ready, so we'll stick this ready in the middle just to make issues. And okay, so how this, I don't want to roll over my cat. Gotta be careful when I roll backwards here. So how it works currently, just want to make sure that we're actually streaming. It's always a bummer when it's only happened one time in my years of streaming here where I've streamed and it didn't exist. So we need to change this to a static body. 2D. Oh, maybe I was wrong. What do you want? Get global mouse position. Where do I have that over here? Canvas item. Static body 2D. Maybe it's because there's some other bug in play here. We could also look at the using. Oh, you know what? I don't have. This is player space, but we don't really need that. That shouldn't matter, I don't think. Let's see what we got up here. Like I said, it's gonna be a weird thing. We got to change this to where the fuck is it? Like I said, I feel like it's been weeks. God damn it. I know it's here. It's right in front of my face somewhere. You can change the... Okay, wait. Was that it? You can change the type of a node. Where the fuck is it? Add, child, attach, extend, change type. There it is. Just on the wrong one here. It's not on this one. Oh, because this is a fucking scene. I fucking hate that shit. Oh my god. It's like everyone's very aggressive about turning everything into scenes, and I am not into that because of shit like that. And certain stuff definitely needs to be a scene. The map editor, uh, if we run this, let's see, run, um, play the scene. We need this to work for both. Oh, right, we got to fix this issue. We got to make this work for both. Oh, are you still inside something? You are still inside something. Let's cut this here. No? What do we got going here? We got something inside something. These all go to there. Here's the problem. KD. And then let's fix this stuff. We got to fix this stuff anyways. So you should be inside this though. So there we go. And all right, so these are currently select county. We're going to rename this if we have time at some point. This is going to be a select county. This is going to be the county data we don't have in the main thing. So this is where it gets complicated is we have two different scenes. We have the map editor scene, and then we have the player scene. And so this currently is under player space. So we probably, because some of them are going to overlap to hopefully make it easier. So if I think I had this as map editor. What is your problem? Does not exist. What did I call it? Other way. Did I move? I don't think I was able to move everything over to globals. Let's take a look here. Like I said, I can't remember shit. We're in map editor. The root node has that's the root node thing. Map editor globals. Okay, and so the issue here is because of this namespace. So we're gonna have to using map editor space. And so those are over there. I would like to not have to duplicate everything. Whoops, this is not what I wanted. The wrong thing here. Cut this. I want this here. Okay. So this is now kicked in. And then the county data is, what did I call it? Oh, this is under map editor globals as well. I don't want to have multiple things and multiple scenes that are the same, because what will happen later is I'll adjust one of them and then I'll forget about the other one and I'll be like, why are we getting this bug occasionally? What the fuck is happening? And it will all be because of that. So I don't want to do that. Oh, you know what the other issue is here? This needs to be inside this thing. Because this is their event. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. This is, we need to go back over here, come back. All right, we're there. This needs to have this event thing above it. I deleted it out of there. We need to have, oh, I guess we don't need that. Huh. I guess this just has the, all right, I guess we don't need that. Like I said, I still don't feel, so like when I program, like there's stuff that I start feeling more and more comfortable with. And once I get to the very comfortable part of a thing, I'm actually gonna put this at the bottom. that's when I like start using it a lot, and the input events, because I don't have to like fuck with them that often. You know, like you just get it to work and then you never fuck with it again. Uh, that is how but I don't feel that comfortable with it yet. Um, so we're gonna run this here, and we're gonna run the map editor part of it, which now it's hard to tell which one's which because I called everything the same thing like a fool. All right, play this scene. And then we should get a bunch of errors, I believe. Okay, we did not get a bunch of errors. That's surprising. Am I in the right one? No, I'm in the wrong one. Okay, it's all green. Right, right. The green one is the green one is the one. Okay. God damn it. X. Pretty soon we won't have to have two of them. This one says map editor county. I want this one. Main character body. Yes, this is the one I want. Jesus Christ. Alright, now we should get a bunch of bugs. No, I'm in the wrong one. Because they shouldn't be all green. Oh, are they all green in the... Maybe they're all green in the map editor, too. I didn't even think about that. So this is right. That's what was throwing me off. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, because we have main here. This is our main thing. And I should probably rename that to, like, player map or whatever. This line right here is bothering me more and more every time I look at it. I might offline like move this a little closer so this line is less of a uh, gigantic line. At some point, we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna hire an artist or somebody, or I'll have to learn how to draw or something. Anyways, so this is working how it should. So now let's hit stop here and then let's just play the real thing. I think I have, let's look at the project settings. I guess I could just hit play and find out what happens. Then once the project settings are going, or sorry, once the game is going, yeah, so now we're getting the bugs. It doesn't know what this shit is because it doesn't know the map editor hasn't loaded yet, and it never will because that scene isn't used. And I was thinking about something earlier today that would kind of solve part of that. I guess you have to instantiate it, so it would not solve that. But it's a different thing. You know, eventually when we have the finished game, farther down the line, we'll have a menu where you pick, start game or whatever. And one of them will be map editor. So we're going to have to either duplicate stuff or we're going to have to use... I think we're going to have to duplicate this stuff, which is kind of a huge bummer. We'd have to put this in globals, and we'd have to put the county data in globals. I wish that there was a way into these project settings on auto load. I wish there was a way that you could... Well, I guess I don't want to add a test thing. Here, we'll just say main. Or we called it root node in one of them. Oh, but you can't have spaces. We'll call it test. So you can have a thing in here, but you can't drag and drop stuff in here. So it makes it pretty useless. I'm not even going to bother doing it in my circumstances. So I guess we're going to have two of them. The other thing, maybe we can like load part of it, load a node from a different scene. Let's see here. That'd be cool if we could. Godot load node from different scene. How old was this? 7 months ago. I'm trying to get the node of the player from an enemy script. I want to get information on the player node for... Here are the... Use a node path. Use groups. Dependency injection. If a seed needs to know about another node, create a property to store the references to that node. Then when you instance that scene, assign the node to that scene's property. If you instantiate the node in the editor, yeah, I don't want to instantiate it, because then we would have two things running with like the same data. Just store the data that other nodes need. Keep references to nodes, adding complexity, because nodes may not always exist in the reference. It's better to just store the data you need. Just store the data we need in the auto load. I don't think I can drag and drop shit in there though. Let's do a test, because if we can put an array, I'm almost positive you can't drag and drop stuff in there. But we could, I guess, read it from disk, which I guess we could do. Let's look here, because we are kind of doing that already. So we have these resources. Basically, that's what it's looking for. That's what all these errors are. It's like, where are these resources, man? It's looking for these resources right now, right here. And currently, I in the map editor one, I drag and drop them right here. But they're set up in this order to be the same order as if that's why they have numbers in front of them, because there's a point where, and so the number issue was to fix this county when the counties are saved in this county folder. If they go in alphabetical order, what happens is they don't match this order. So I just put a 0 to 1, even though I dragged and dropped these over here. This is a different thing. Oh, well, these are the same, but we're talking about up here. These counties, when I named these scenes with the 0, so they would match these, and then I said, fuck it, I might as well name the resources with the number in front too. So it would actually work. We can load the resources from disk in that auto load thing, but I guess that's fine. So let's use auto load, and then we'd have to change our globals, but that's fine too, and they would apply to both the map editor. So maybe this isn't 100% useless. It's just not as useful as if you could drag and drop in here. So let's do this. We're gonna do, it wants a node name, huh? For like what node? I just want to put a variable without a script, or without a node. Let's go back to test again and hit add and read what this actually fucking says. C script test. Okay, so this is gonna put not a node. The default template is gonna be a node. That's fine. So let's put this. We're gonna call this thing the county resources. Yes, and we'll hit add. Oh wait, I think I have one called that. We'll call this auto load at the end. County resources auto load. That will make sure that I don't forget what this thing is. Wind, how's it going? But it's not going to be a node in my scene, right? I don't want this here. It's just going to put it some county resources. It's just going to stash it in the thing. A node is fine. I'm doing good, except I slipped on the ice that's been around my house for a week, and I wanted to escape and go get coffee. Well, I had to go to work too, and I slipped, and now my elbow hurts really bad. Not really bad, medium bad. So if we click this button, okay, so then if we put an export in here, I don't think it's going to do me any good. This is going to be county resource. We're going to have to use using map editor space county. Hey, Lord Mac, how's it going? County, what the fuck did I call these things? Yeah, I played the video last last night on my other uh, channel. Yeah, you know what? You know what's funny is you always hear about people falling down, hitting their head, and dying. You know, and that literally worries me sometimes. That like that's a possibility, and you don't think about it as the way to die. But then occasionally, like you read an article, like, yeah, a guy slipped in the snow and he's dead. He was going to get his mail or something dumb. Um, what was I doing? I was going to look at this thing. Oh, they're called county data. Is that really what I called them? That's ruining my... Oh, I did county the resources, but I'm calling them data and all these. All right, I did it different. I did some work on my other game, and I call them resources in that. So let's go back to this. I'm in the wrong thing here. We want to go to this one. Go to this one. It's county data. But where did I put that? It wasn't here, because that's why we're to this whole thing. Where's my map editor? Globals. County data. Map editor space. Using... Okay, there it is. I don't know. Maybe I had a typo in there or some shit. Oh, is it under player space? It doesn't want any of these now. Okay, whatever. County datas, which is the worst thing ever. Okay, so this is an array. How did I do it over here? Exactly like this. Here, I should have just copied this in the first place. Jesus Christ. All right. Yeah, my neck hurt yesterday a little bit when I was actually streaming like my other channel, but when I woke up today, it's like a little bit. Now that I'm 50, I just waiting to die. that's the I should do a new namespace that is the ones that are used between. That's what I should do. Is a new namespace that's like, I don't know, global space or some shit. Whoops. And then we'll add the globals. I don't know if this even matters with the auto load. Let's see how the auto load works. So what we have back here is our auto load. Yeah, so you can't drag and drop shit in here. So I was hoping maybe I was wrong. And like if I made an array, it would let me drag and drop shit. It would be really nice if you could. It would be very nice if you could. So let's do this. We are, but every second you're getting closer, no matter what. And you just, you don't know it. I also I was thinking about this in the shower the other day. You hear a lot of people that say like, my life didn't start until I was 50, and I don't think that that's true for anyone. I think they're trying to put a good face on the fact that they're every second closer to death. But I've always thought about death all the time, so I don't know. Not like obsessively. I remember when I was a teenager, maybe I was younger than a teenager, but I was reading like a sci-fi book, and a character, like it was the end of the book, everyone died at the end, and I just started thinking about mortality and like being terrified. Like that existential crisis that everyone's probably had. Just being terrified of like, oh my God, I'm gonna fucking die. And I like to joke about death and stuff, but I don't think I like obsess like that, since I can like that was like vividly like the terror of death. Um, so we gotta load this shit now from disk, I guess, is what we're gonna try to do here. It would make life a lot easier. So we're gonna do a public override. I guess we can do it. We'll find out. Public override. I think sometimes it will let me just start typing ready here now. And then we'll get rid of this piece of shit. And you know what we should do as a test, just to see how this works, because I've never used this auto load. This is the auto load thing. And I never thought I would last a 50, just because of, whoops, are we on the right thing? It doesn't matter if we're on the right thing. Does it matter? Okay, so perfect. Then we gotta load these fucking things from disk. What are these errors? All right, they're the same ones. And so let's see here. We're gonna want to do. Where was I loading stuff from disk? On this game, did I load anything from disk? We are on the wrong script again. We want to be under. Probably the county loader. That would make sense. I don't know if this is necessary. What is this? Okay, so this opens check map already generated. It checks the map if the directory is not equal to null. It loads a list of the files. It gets the files. And each file is a string name. Is there an easier way to do this? Whoops. So I think it's definitely, my quality of life has gone up significantly because I make more money now. And all of my friends, it's the same thing. Well, except for one guy, but almost all of my friends, their quality of life has gone up. Like, I no longer live paycheck to paycheck, and that was awful. But that was like up till I was like, 40, living paycheck to paycheck. Um, and I think so that is miserable. And I think that is, uh, no, well, that guy too. I assume uh, he lives paycheck to paycheck. I just want to see if there's an easier way to do this. There's another one of my other friends. Just he cannot hold down a job. Uh, he has he has like a degree and stuff too, and he just can't hold down a job. He fucking just every job he has, and I understand it. I understand where he's coming from, because every job sucks. So a big folder of item resources. We need a list of all the items in the folder. Is there like a get all items? Open it, list it, file name, while it's not equal, get this shit, do that. Then you use so this is what I have over here. I was hoping that there was an easier way. I wanted to be lazy. If the file length is greater, well, no, it's similar. It's not the same. So what is this guy doing? Oh, while the file name is not equal to, okay, that's the same, basically. So I definitely agree, and I think that happens too. Is a lot of times, like parents die and stuff, so you inherit money, and so I think for a lot of people that your quality of life is going to go up over age. Hopefully, I would hope that happens to a lot of people, because man, like I said, living paycheck to paycheck fucking sucks. If directory current file path plus equal, get all the file paths, else get next. So it's not exactly the same for each name and file. So this one, it creates a string, an array of all the file names. I think this will be fine, and we'll just load them with the resource loader. So what we'll do is we'll copy this shit over, and we'll just convert it to our needs with resources. And this is going to be on this thing, and we're going to name it load county resources. Let's hope this isn't a big waste of my time. And we're going to go put this here. All right, the directory is going to get path to counties. That's sort of, but not. We'll put fuck. We'd have to edit it in here. I'm not a big fan. What did I do with this path to counties? I don't even have an export on here. Let's put export on here. And I can't load this from here though, because it's going to load faster. So let's do this. There's no point in putting an export on these things because you can't export them. So we'll do a private string path to county data. We'll make it equal. Oh, right. I need to rename that. I have another thing called resources. We want these ones, get path here. When we export this to whatchamacallit, to compile it, it's gonna suck. And so I agree with like that part, but I think some people, their life is just the same, and they don't want to say that their life is the same, you know. So we're gonna change this to path, because you also have to like eat healthier. You gotta exercise. It all sucks. All right, so we'll get all of the files if the length is greater than 0. We'll get rid of whatever this thing is. Load resources. We'll put county resources from disk. For each string name in file, we'll load. This is going to be a packed scene. No, it's not. Don't lie to me. This is going to be a county data. It's not a packed scene. It's a county data. And we'll call this scene data. And then we'll go county data here. That's true. There's definitely a lot of people who like to exercise, but you don't have a choice now. You're just gonna, your just body is falling apart. It's awful. Okay, so that should add the name. We don't want to instantiate the thing. What we want to do, how the fuck do you add it to an array? I can't even remember. Don't I have, let's just go county datas dot, it's not add, insert. Let's look it up. C# add to an array. See, they knew it. I was gonna, adding values. It's gonna tell you, don't do this. Don't do this. Oh, the problem with this is we don't know the length. We can just do a list, I guess. Let's do a list. Lists are better than arrays. We're on the wrong thing again. It doesn't have to be. It was an array because, why was it an array? Oh, it was because, so I could just drag and drop the shit in there. We'll make it a list. A list of county data called county datas, and we'll go equals new. And I kind of like my lists at the bottom for some reason. I don't know why. And then we'll go get rid of this fucking thing. Add. And then we'll say, we'll do a GD print. This is a for loop, huh? I guess what we'll do is we'll say county that was added to whatever. Just who gives a shit? It's going to be temporary here. County data. What do we got in here? County name. That's what I wanted. Whoops, except I hit the delete button instead of the this button. Okay. No files in path to county data. This is missing. All right, then let's test this here by hitting play. Yeah, my parents seem like they're pretty happy with their lives. They're old. They're like retired and shit too, though. Being retired would be awesome. So that's another thing is like I can't wait to retire, and it takes it's 15 years from now. All right, so that worked. I just wanted to make sure that we were loading this correctly. Then I wonder if it's faster to access a list versus an array. Let me see. Because we could do that. C# faster to access list or array. It's going to say array. They have a contiguous block of memory. That shit matters in this day and age? In a small number of tight loop processes where I know the length is fixed, I use arrays for that extra tiny bit of micro optimization. Arrays can be marginally faster if you use the index for well, let's pretend like we don't care. Let's pretend like I never thought about this. So now that we have a list of these things in the autoloader, so that means that we're not going to have to, we're going to get rid of it. We don't need this shit. We're not going to, well, what is this shit? We don't need this shit either. We're not going to have to, we're not going to need these array things anymore. So back to, we're going to have to fix this in two spots. First off, we can delete this. And when I say delete, I mean comment out, and then we're going to wait for some bugs to appear here. And then for this, it will be, do we have to instance this thing? I guess we probably do. Because it's just like a standard old node. It acts like an old node at least. County resource autoloader. It's, it's crazy is this has started to change. This auto fill in IntelliSense or whatever. Instead of doing that, it's changed to that other thing. It used to always automatically add that at the end. And then because I always forget, we'll put it right here. We'll do it now. And what's your problem? Then we'll go to and then we'll build on our let's build the map, or let's play the map editor first just to make sure that that's still working, which it did not because it needs this stuff and we now have gotten rid of it. Open it up, motherfucker. Map editor controls, line 44. Whoops. Map editor controls. Oh yeah, I copied that shit over too. So let's open up that. I wonder why it won't open it for me. Whoops. That's my checklist for when I start a stream. I don't need that. And then map editor controls. See, this is a bummer. I don't want to do this. I want it to have it. We have two. Yeah, I don't want this to be this way. You know what we can do actually here? Find. Whoops, Control H. And then we'll go county resources autoload instance county datas. Oh, do I have a typo in here? County. Oh no, we need that using up here. What did I call that one? Auto load space. The fuck, man. Global space. Well, it makes sense. County checker. There we go. I probably could have just highlighted it and told it to do it. We're gonna hope we don't have to change this shit back. This one is using the player space. Yeah, we want to try to not do that, having all these different using things. We want to break this down just to have everything. Yeah, so if we can get all of these auto loads to work, but like I said, I like dragging and dropping shit over there. I don't like the get node bullshit. What's your problem? All right, this is no longer. This is what count. And well, what will this do for me? This will not do anything for me, hitting play there. Except we only had one debug. I want to play this thing. I just want to make sure that we're... I want to make sure that this thing's working before... a list of names for the humans. There, I do have a list of names. You know, I should add your name in there. It's working on that part. Where's my list of names? I have some lists, which kind of are a bummer because I forget. I think I can do it here. It's not alphabetical. Mac Carl, let's add your name in here. There we go. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, there is a list of names as well. I don't think that one is already in here. So I got a list of the top 100 names in North America. The thing is, it is not North America. It's the United States. It's 100% the United States. And I could not find a real list of North America. So the problem is, yeah, no problem. The problem I'm having is I work on these different games and then I named everything the same fucking thing, like a dumbass here. Between these two different things, and eventually we're almost to the point where we can close the map editor and not worry about it. Uh, and then I gotta remember how to get back to my normal thing. Okay, it's up here. I don't switch between the script things very frequently. All right, so this thing, we only got one bug so far. Uh, and it does not work, but that's okay. I'm not expecting anything yet because, all right, so this map, this is another thing that is being shared. In this, once again, I don't want to have it in two different spots. Except we have to have it in the main. This one has to have the map. It has to. It looks like I'm using a Sprite 2D for this. Because if it doesn't have it, it can't click through to it. I wonder if we could do... that's not what I called it before. I wonder if... What? I don't want it to be a baby here. I don't know why I have such issues getting... You can see it for like a... There it is. Okay. I don't think... Where does it want this thing? It actually doesn't even give a shit where it is. Okay, there's got to be a better way to do this than having two of them. Because like I keep saying, that's just so error prone. But let's drag this thing in here. We're going to have to clean up some of this other crap here soon. Color coded reduced. And then we learned our lesson last time. Okay. Did I change this? I can't remember. I did not change this. Let's put on my list of to do here. Make county files smaller. Save button will save the okay, async the save process. Drag and drop county overlay location. What the fuck? Oh, okay. I know what that means. We should put a note in here and edit this though. Drag and drop county overlay location. That actually this means like we're gonna put it in Valley Girl. We're gonna type this in Valley Girl. This means like this means like the capital and spawn locations. This means like the capital and spawn locations. There we go. That's what it means. And we're going to save that because I don't want to change that after all. So what we should do is add in here, reduce the number of duplicate maps. There are currently 2 copies in the map editor and the main game. And we'll convert this over. And we got to figure out a way to do that because it's just too error prone, like I have said 37,000 times. But in the meantime, what we'll do is we will do exactly the opposite of what I was just talking about. And we will go to globals here. What the fuck are we looking for? We're looking for... What does it think this thing is? It's like a sprite or something. I thought I did a get texture. Maybe it didn't work. I totally thought I got the texture, the image texture last time. so as not to have to do, what is going on here with this? Oh, look, I was trying to do that same thing I did in that other script right here that we just wrote. I guess I'm not, no original thoughts in my brain. That we may need. Um, it's this thing. I should just need this. I guess I gotta just double click once again, trying to retrain my brain. Maybe I like half tried it. I swear that I was working on like to get the texture from the sprite. Maybe it was too slow or something. All right, maps, stuff, export. I don't know what this is. This is like an image or something. No, it can't be an image. What the fuck is it? What did I do over here? It's a texture 2D. Texture 2D. And then we gotta put this in here. Gonna build it. And oh, it's gonna be way down at the bottom here. Here it is. No, it's right here. Now we gotta put this in here. So once again, uh-oh, my lights are flickering. We're still kind of having a winter storm. It's 34 degrees or something. Let's see. It's 37 degrees. It doesn't look like it. All right, so that's been dragged over there. Then we go back to our player controls. We change this to globals. And we save this. Then we go to my music that you guys can't hear. And we stop this song because it's bad. So now we have this first error is gone. Then we're probably going to have a second error here. Actually, we might have added, well, it depends. Yeah, so now we got to fix this second error. So it wants a collision shape, which is kind of interesting because I was talking about this last time. I deleted that off of here, and it still works. There's a rectangular shape, but it's a nothing. It's 20 pixels by 20 pixels, and it still works. So this is on my other, this is it, and we've seen it work multiple times. So I guess what we'll do is on my player body, we'll just, whatever, which is just weirds me out. It's just like the base thing. And it still wants it. did, did you see did you see that? I know I sent it to you. Okay, so this is a different error. We've moved past. It really weirds me out that I don't need a collider for any of this. And I had one originally, and then one day I was like, can I just delete this? And I was able to. Uh, okay, so sprite, mask sprite, county. County.mask sprites. Yeah, that doesn't exist yet. So we're gonna go like this. How did it ever apply this shit in the first place? What is going on here? For every county data, I feel like this would be marked off though. Under select county, we must have, oh, it is here. What does this error actually say? It's just that you don't have your shit. Okay, so when we load, is this thing still running? It is running. It's saying that there's no mass sprite here. Or for each county data, I should change how when the game starts, it should move to this little area just out of laziness. Uh, County data, I wonder if it's the county node is not getting populated. I bet you it's not. So this is like a nothing. You know what we could do? Uh, player controls select county county data, where we'd be going backwards. We'll just do county name right there. That will work enough because it should give us the 0, 1, 2, 3 or whatever, and then we'll hit play real quick, and then we will make sure that we're on the right thing. Then we'll hit play. Then I'm gonna take a quick break. Man, my cat is so unhappy about being in the house for a week. It hates my guts. So Smarty Blizzard. Um, it never got to there. Oh, it croaked on there. Yeah, so that's what's happening is the county node, we must not be adding it when like these things load. I thought we did that on our county loader. What are we doing here, buddy? Yeah, the county loader is just missing that code. Why? Sorry. Uh, it's because what is this doing? For each, um, what did we call that thing? Global. Well, we want the global space using. All right, I am gonna take a break after because this is I'll forget that I how to do this. County resource instance dot uh county datas dot county node. What it node? What is your problem? What is in county data? It's node, county node. Oh, I'm gonna have to change this to a for each or some shit. Or not for each, a for thing. All right, fine. We can do that. No, we can't. We gotta do, wait, can we? Get files. File, we can. We can do it with length. A Ford thingy? More cells. So we'll just do this. For I int I equals 0. This can probably just get out of my face. If I is less than files.length and then I plus plus, and then we want, oh, we no longer have the name though. We could though. That's not a problem. We'll go files, I, and that's the name, because that's a list of strings. We'll instantiate that shit. What's your problem with your instance? It's just upset over here. County data is I dot county node equals county. That's why I probably didn't do that. That was a pain in my ass. All right, before I even load that, I'm gonna go back and I'm going to take a break. I'm gonna go back. I'm just gonna go forward and take a break. All right, I'll be right back. All right, here we go. Again, hopefully with better music, because oh, it's the same band, huh? It's weird when bands have like really good album, then it's got one song that just is terrible. All right, let's hit play on this thing and see what happens. All right, so we fixed it, and it works. Now we know which one. Well, this part works. Now we know which one we're over. We definitely don't want it to do that every time. We've got 10,000, but that works. So now we got to get to the real issues here, which are where is this thing? It was under player controls. We don't need this to play every time. So one of my fears is that this is going to take forever because it's got to check every county, and we're going to have 500 counties at some point. But right now, it's going to work, and I was thinking we could break it down into like, the Pacific Northwest. It would just look in there if your mouse is between certain coordinates. But right now, it just picks up everything. I wonder if it does this other issue that I used to have. I can't tell. I need this to be up here. It used to have an issue where, like, if it went, doesn't look like it, so we're good there. You had an issue in the map editor that if you like went off, it would get confused. That's probably included in this code. So that was easy. That was only an hour. And so let's see. The next thing we got to do is actually be able to select with the mouse. So we've gotten to this part, but we have all of this select county code, which is like left clicking and stuff. We want to put that, I guess. What is it? How is this even? So this is waiting for the collider to happen, and the collider is never going to happen at this point. It's never going to be hit here. And another thing is interesting is I think these have to be in this order. Let's actually change it and see what happens. I'm pretty sure they have to be in this order. Otherwise, it's going to try to pick the color that's on the bottom. It's like always, and this is on the top, so that we should be able to see the color coded part first. Oh, no, it still works. I guess because they never match. It only matches on there. That's going to be a problem, possibly. We're going to have to make sure. Wow, I'm going to put a note for that. The colors of the counties can never be the same as the colors on the map, on the player visible map. I'm just going to put this in there just so I'm, a year from now and everything breaks, I know why. All right. So back to this. We're done with this part, hopefully. Let's close this and hope that we're done with it so I don't have to keep accidentally clicking on the wrong thing here. So on this thing, we need to bring over the select county to the player controls because the select county is no longer going to do this. Its job is no longer this. It's the player controls. So on click, we're going to change this all. We're going to cut that all and move it over to player controls. And we're going to stick it like right here. But we're not going to actually do this. What we're going to do. So let's see. How are we going to do this? Let's do this. Let's comment this out first. And whoa there. Let's make sure we can get a click to work. So we have this, it goes through, it knows all of the things. If we're hovering over it, But if we click on it, we need it to... How are we going to do this? So we're hovering over it. If we left click, we don't actually need... How are we saving this information? We're just like not saving it. All we're doing is getting the sprite. Because we know this information already, like where it's, what county your mouse is over. It already knows it because it's this thing is showing. So on click, we want to get, like, we need to save some sort of ID somewhere, like a county ID, and we have a county ID, I think. Is it under select county? I thought we had a county ID. Oh, we do. So we could also, on here, go like in globals, selected items, selected county data. We don't want to apply that over and over again, I don't think, as it hovers, because it's going to be a lot of data to, I think we just want to put, we'll put it as an export just so we can see it. Selected county ID. I think we can just go ID. It should actually be the little d. I think we can just go. I make it private. I sure did. I sure did. Equals. Oh, we'll need to have a county data. Oh, we have one. Look at that. It has a different D at the end. Like it matters. Do we ever apply this thing anywhere? Those are all resources. So let's go down here. So they're all 0 here. We need to adjust that as well. Probably when they're loading, we'll go. We can either put a counter or turn this into a for loop. Where did I just do that for loop though? Where the fuck was that? It was here. And then we would go. Let's put it actually right here. Let's put it actually at the bottom and put a note on here. Since we are already going through all the county datas, we add the county data ID to the county data, and then we'll go county this county ID equals I. So then we have the county ID assigned. This will assign it here, and then we'll say on click. We'll go back up here. Left click on a county. Look at all this. And is inside token is false. Okay, we can't get rid of that. We're gonna comment all this shit out. And we're gonna, oh, we would have to do another for loop though. Wonder if there's an easier way to do this. Because we know the county data that it's currently on. It's right here. A loop de loop. I think I don't want to do another one because that's a lot of loops of going through all the lists. And we already have a list right here. I was thinking, I don't know if this is possible, but what happens if we do this and we put this, first off, let's comment this back out again. If we put this in here and we say, we need this event thing up there. We say, county data dot county name, and then we're gonna need to fix this event thing. So that is our event thing there. So we'd have two ifs in here. I don't know how I feel about that. What's going on here? If we need this to come with us. This is the problem. We need this up here. And you need to go over here. I don't know why you're over here. And then else, hide it. So this is like inside. I don't think this is gonna work. But the thing is, no, this isn't gonna work. But I don't. Well, we'll try it. It's a weird. I got a thing going wrong here. That's not. No, that's not. The double if isn't the weird thing. Like having ifs inside each other is kind of normal. Oh, that's weird. So when I'm clicking on it, it works. That's really weird. Oh, here we go. This is in the wrong spot. The thing that's weird about it is having this event thing in here again seems weird to me. No, it is weird if it works. I really want to move the camera. In fact, I'm going to move the camera right now because it's annoying me that it's up here in the, where is it? Why is that there? Why is that there? And I keep having to move it. That shouldn't be there. It should be like in the center. We're not going to worry about it. Is the camera itself like off? No. All right. So what I want it to do, I want the hovering thing to still work. I'm just clicking this a bunch of times so I can see it down here. So that works. It's a really weird way to do. I feel like it's the wrong way. Maybe everyone's like, no, that's just how you do it. But it feels like it's the wrong way to do it. Let's also check to see if our other thing worked. Our other thing being, well, that one's gonna, no, Tillamook should be 1. We're not getting errors, but we're also, I've seen places where times when this didn't really feel like it updated correctly because it's not a duplicate of it. Maybe we want to duplicate it. Where was that? That was under the county loader. Um, I don't think it's sticking. I think I need to make a duplicate of it. That's what I think I need to when I load it. Because the duplicate you can fuck with, the other ones you can't fuck with. Well, this thing says it's being applied. I don't know if I believe that, though. I've encountered this in the past, and this could be an ignorance thing, where these don't show that they're updating. I mean, it did update. I'm on remote because I just printed from that one. All right, well, it seems to be working. So now we're on to our next problem here. So this works. We click, and we clicked on Tillamook. We clicked on Douglas. So now we need this other stuff to come over. I'm going to look at this one more time, though. I mean, it works. I'm just gonna go with it. um, so this stuff needs to come down to here. This isn't gonna work. Left click select county needs to be. It looks, I think I have county data right here. County node. What's your problem? This is, you want to select county here? You will have a select county there. You clicked on name, dude. Name was clicked. So let's go back. There's some days where things work surprisingly well, and it always confuses me because I'm used to the struggles. When I was outside, I saw puddles of water, uh, which was quite nice. I know what you're thinking. Puddles of water? Instead of a sheet of ice in my backyard, that was a lumpy sheet of ice that actually looks like it has puddles of water, but it doesn't. Uh, it actually did have real things going. Let's unpause it and wait for the player controls was clicked. That would be a bug. You left clicked on player controls. Okay, so there's some issues here. This should be uh, that this should be the same thing. Otherwise, it seems to be working. What? Why are there two people here? Did I hire someone? I must have, I guess I hired someone. I shouldn't be able to hire people here. Oh, there's something else that's fucked up. I looked at this. I didn't think I hired. Let's refresh this. Something's fucked up. Unless did I have it do two? That could be a bug from the other day though. Now there's two people getting spawned here. Oh no, there's no one in Portland. It's hard to tell, but these are brown. There's also we don't. Okay, so we have a bug here that is there's two people. What is this place? This is Douglas. Douglas is spawning two faction leaders, and there's already a faction leader. This is a bug here, so let's go to here. Douglas is spawning two faction leaders, and there's already a faction leader in Tillamook. This is definitely a bug. I don't know if it was from what we're doing right now or what we did the other day with the wars. So it's probably has something to do with uh, us adding these different counties and something because we added counties. There used to only be these four, and so now there's these additional three, and something broke between them. Yeah, this one doesn't have any. So I think what's happening actually is the faction leader that should be being applied over here is getting applied over here and fucked up. So we'll fix that later though. I want to finish the clicking stuff. So then let's go back to our shit here, and we'll copy all of this. We're right there. I think we're right here. I think of that maybe an extra one. If this equals that, this is going to be left click. And then this is going to be right click on county, left click on county. And then event, this needs to be down here. And then I think we probably have an extra one. No, we don't have an extra one. All right, now we just go around and fix all of these. This is going to be county data. Do you want a county data or what do you want here? I guess you want a county data. Should probably rename that. Oh no, it doesn't want a county data. What do you want? Select county. So this should actually be, what we can do, because we're doing this twice. Do we have it up here? Well, we only care about it if it's right here. So I guess this is fine. We'll copy this, sort of. And we'll go to, we actually just want this. Like that. And then if the currently selected county is not equal to null, we need select county or select token. I'm curious, we had it up at the top. I wonder if we were accessing the select token somewhere. County population equals select token. And then start move. We had that all in here, huh? I wonder why we had this all in here. Slowly rolling back like I always do. So we could go... I wonder why this isn't attached to its token. There's probably a reason, but I can't think of why. So we'll run that start move, and we'll run this start move. We'll just copy this thing. And then this war declaration is also in here, so we'll delete this. Looks like this is private, though. So we gotta make this public. Where's my war declaration? And then, what is this thing? I thought I renamed this. Go back to being wrong. Oh, you're not gonna let me rename it. Alright, well that's fine. I don't know what I just hit. I hit some key combination that I did not want to hit. So this should be the right click thing. There's one other thing I want to do though. Like I want it to say if under here, well let's make sure that this works first, because this is kind of like we just copied and pasted a bunch of shit and threw some shit around. So we have here left click. Oh. Remove the numbers in front. We can do it a different way. When adding the counties to the, here, I'll just do it right now. We're doing something dumb here. There we go. That will solve that issue. Back to what we were doing. Well, let's get this out of here. Then let's go back to here. Man, everything is working great. Wasco is clicked. Except for that thing. That's not working great. Oh, I didn't test the right click. Because right click, we gotta spawn someone, and we don't have any leaders. Because there's no one in Portland either. You know what could be happening? No, I think there's nobody here. So I think what's happening, I must have like hard coded in like the numbers of where this shit's going, and so the person that's Pamela is getting assigned to here, and then this one's like bouncing down. We can't spawn any of these people, so I can't even test this. So I guess we're gonna have to fix that other thing first. But let's right click and see. Yeah, it's telling us we right clicked, which is what we wanted. Can I actually hire someone? Let's see if I can hire this person as an aide. And then let's spawn this person. All right, so spawning has somehow broken too, but I bet you it's here, but it's behind the other stuff. Where would I have stuck those guys though? I can't remember where well, we got to look in Portland first off. if we like stuck them in their own little spot. Okay, there they are. And they're visible. I'm betting that they're just behind the map. One way we could check, I guess, is just turn the map off. And since they're right here, we'll just turn the maps off. Except the maps didn't turn. That kind of looks cool with the. Anyways, we also would have to turn off the counties, so I guess that's kind of a pain in the ass. Let's find this dude. And let's look at your ordering and give you like a 50Z index. Oh, something with fucking with all that is broken. Something broke there midway. I think when I spawned the person, it broke. We lost like the colors and stuff. Oh, we lost all of our colors. Well, there, I was talking too soon, saying how everything was working great. So what did we do to lose all of our colors? Clicking on stuff works still. We renamed this. We're not. Are we getting debug logs? We're not. It thinks it's running perfectly. This is turned on. That's turned on. Remote has the counties. I did click on some stuff. I went down to, well, it's not even getting the colors, so something else is. All right, first off, let's turn this off and reload it. That's my new thing to do, is to restart Godot occasionally when occasionally I feel like it just got some weird shit going in the background. And then we'll backtrack of what we just edited here. I spawned a guy, but that's in game, so when we restart, it shouldn't. I turned off these maps. I moved the camera. Remote is loading. They're all on. This should be off. Let's hover over cowlets and see if it's like trying to turn on. Oh wait, that's not cowlets. It's trying to turn on. So you can see this little eyeball. It's trying to turn on. It's just not. What did you know what I did? I changed some overlay to some layer thing to 50. What did I change to 50? What we want is, sorry, that was on the remote though. It shouldn't remember that shit. You know what we could do, actually? We could test this other part. Let's delete. We have to close cowlets. The game's not running, so we're going to delete all of our counties here. I hit delete and nothing happened, and so I'm very worried about it, what I just accidentally deleted. These are our counties. We're going to delete all of our counties. We're going to run the map editor. Because we haven't tested this in a while either. We haven't generated the counties yet, so we'll generate them. And they're going along here. They're all green. They're all working. We're going to save the counties. And it doesn't show that the counties are saved, but they are. We're going to stop this. And then we're going to play. All right, so I think something, Let's put this over here again. I know you guys can't see it, but I think one of these things got changed. Like it's okay. So I accidentally put the map sprite at 50. I didn't want this to be at 50. What are you at? You're at 0? Let's actually do this for real. So that's all it was that sprite was over the top of everything. What I meant to make it 50 was the dude who was in the remote to see what level he was at. Somehow I changed a completely different part. So let's hire someone. Just want to see. And then spawn this person. That was weird. It like jumped to glory. We're gonna have a lot of little issues here. Jennifer Hayes is now spawn. If we go to remote and we go to Portland and we go to this thing. Oh, she's not there. I wonder how it's spawning shit. I'm just making sure she didn't like teleport some other spot. I'm on remote. The only place I didn't check, oh, I guess there's a couple of places I didn't check. Okay, so she's in 1. So there's somewhere something is a number's off when we're spawning this stuff. And once again, this is what I was trying to change her or there. This is a sprite 2D. We should be able to change. Their Z level's 15, which actually should be enough. Yeah, there's something definitely off with the numbering of how these guys are getting spawned. So I guess that's the first step here. We can't test to the other part until we fix this next part. So let's figure out first things first, because this may be the whole thing may be solved just by figuring out why these are not going in the right spot, why they're not generating in the right spot. So let's go to, this seems to be fine for right now. The county creator. This is in the map space, so let's get it out of here. The county checker, I'm wondering if this is like throwing off the things. You know, I just closed that county creator thing, but this is what I was thinking about here. Let's see here. County, let's throw a dollar sign in here and go like this. And then go, I want, another one of these. And then, so that way we can compare without even having to do any brain work at all. So brain work is bad. All right, so their county IDs are supposedly lined up. That's what I just wanted to make sure that we had the right county IDs. So the county loader, we might want to look at it. The county resource loader, I hope that works. I guess we might want to look at that. The map editor globals, hopefully we don't need that. Hopefully we don't need that. County checker, county population generation. So here's where something is going wrong. Because first off, it needs to be putting a hero here and not one there. hero here, a hero here, and this is all fucked up. So how is this going through things here? For each faction data in faction datas, is faction data is an array or something? It's a list. So probably what's happening is something similar to that other thing where our AI factions, like this one's at the bottom, it might need to be second. But I think it's when we added this third one that things got fucked up. So we got to look at faction generation first. Get factions from disk. For I, if player faction equals true, and then what is this added to create faction node? We're creating faction nodes? I forgot we did that. Where do they live? They're gonna live over here. Faction generation. Multiplayer authority? Okay, so these are lined up, right? This is set up with one. I mean, I guess they have to be. Those are set up that way. So it loads that, it creates the node, it adds the research. We don't give a shit about that. Not right now, at least we don't. If faction data I is player, okay, so this is just going, we can make this a 4 thing, 4 each instead of a 4. This is an earlier thing that I wrote. We could change this to 4 each and it would just go through all of them. And then the faction data is player true. Oh, remember I accidentally clicked. Last time I was like, oops, I accidentally clicked is player node on one of these, but I'm pretty sure I unclicked it. Okay, that is clicked. That is right. So the factions look right to me. So after it goes through faction generation, it's going to go through the county population. And we now have we have more. It's creating the faction leaders. So it's going from the county parents is this thing, which is I changed my music and it threw off my brain patterns. My county parents. You know what? I think I feel like maybe the county that the counties aren't being assigned their factions right. We're getting the right colors though. And these are faction colors. Yeah, it was too good to be true at the beginning there. There's never going to be more than one faction leader. For each faction data, we go through, we assign the county parent for some reason. Faction capital ID. Faction capital county. What is this? I bet you this looks like we might be having some issue. This is where we might be having the issue. Because if their capitals are, so their capital's not getting assigned right, I don't think. And I don't remember how I was doing that at all. Yep, there it is. 0221. One is it probably originally. Let's put this back in here. Let's go. Let's put a, and then we'll go squigs. Faction data, faction name. I'm betting that this is off by, then we want to squig here. It's probably some code that I like hard coded in that there was 3 and now it's all confused because there's 4 factions or something like that. Yeah, so it thinks the shipbird's capital is Tillamook. Faction 1 is Cowlitz, which is correct, and then 2 and 3 are getting assigned to that. So that's why there's 2 of them there. So this, whatever this is, wherever the fuck we did this, faction capital county. How is this getting assigned? This is in faction data. But where are we assigning this shit? I think we're manually doing it. It's manually set somewhere. I think it is. It's in some dumb shit spot. It's not here. It's probably under faction generation. Is there some dumb shit? There is some dumb shit. Here it is right here. No, this is research. It would be faction data.add somewhere. Okay, maybe not. Faction data.add. Faction capital? Capital? Oh shit, are we manually putting that into here? That's the wrong thing. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I bet you we're putting it in here. Faction capital. So we're manually typing that shit in. Which is dumb as fuck. So what we could do it, well, I guess that's the only way to do it. So if we go to here, faction 2 is, so 1 is Cowlitz, faction 2 is Tillamook. Its faction capital is 2. This would be the capital of faction 3, whatever this is. What did I just click on here? Umatilla. So wait, let's go through this again here. Faction 1 is this one. And faction 1 was set to 0, which is what that is. Faction capital, this is 1. So faction 2, this should be 1. Is their capital. And then faction 3 Their capital is, what is this again? Umatilla, and Umatilla is 6. And then the player's capital is, I don't know why. Okay, part of the screen was down and it kept saying Umatilla. It was moving up, but anyway, it's fine. Portland is 3, so the player faction should be 3. So this is what fucked it all up, at least for that part. So we got 3, 6, 1, 0. This is terrible, terrible thing that is so badly. I don't even know where to put this note. Do we have some sort of faction thing? Factions AI. Known issues. Man, this song sucks too. Oh, I need to take a break. I guess I'll put it in progress. Manually setting the faction capitals is lame, is dumb. That is how it is currently set up. So what happened was I was copying I copied a copy of a resource and then we changed some stuff. So that's why that was all fucked up. So now let's see if we at least get our capitals set up. Programming, there's a lot of fragile things going on in programming. All right, Shirley Riviera, Victor Hughes, Jeremy Gray, and then there's Edward Robinson. So now let's see what happens. I was thinking I was clicking through that. Shirley. Okay, so you notice when I clicked that, it like jumped to a different. It jumped to it. Let's do that again. I think what's happening there is I'm clicking through this. I'm clicking through this. Oh shit. What's happening is it's picking up that color. Because we wanted to get the color. And it's like, yeah, you have this hover over thing going. So I bet you if we went over here, like if we select this and then we click here, yeah, it's clicking through the UI. Let's put that on my list. What happened? What's going on over here? Oh, I tried to save the website again. This is going to be this round. It is clicking through the UI and getting the colors. So we have to set some kind of like ignore thing. That isn't that big of a deal, but because I saw that there like a thing changed, I thought that was related to this other issue. I'm going to take a break in like 2 seconds. And it could be, I'm going to move off of here just to make sure. All right. So we're selected on Portland. We click this button and then the thing doesn't exist. I still feel like it's the, let's see if it appears in Portland actually though, because before it was off in some other spot. Portland. He is there. Stephen Howard is there. What is your shit, buddy? Your Z index is 15. Let's put this on 50. I'm sure I'm on Stephen Howard, so we know that if... Yeah, it's still... What is the counties? Sometimes I like to put in like 50 or 100. Z index is 0. According to this. This spawn location Z index. Oh, you know, we're missing other stuff, but I guess that has to be added still. We need to add that into our list here. Add county overlays. to generation. Oh, you know what? They're just missing. They should still be here. Oh, it's invisible. Which would also make... Okay, I may have just turned off that. The county overlays still should be here, though. Portland, like even though I just turned this on and off, it should have... Its z-index is 11 for some reason. 5, 10. Let's put this at 15. This should be 20 now. And I guess it applies to everything below it. All of its kids. So you can see this winking in and out, which is what you want it to do, but this should still be showing up. I wonder if it's like set to like center or something weird and it's way off. Let's turn off the map sprite and take a look. I don't see it. Let's hit stop. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. Otherwise, I'm going to be doing that for another hour because I'll be like, hey, I know that I can get this to work. So I'm going to take a quick break and then I'll be back in less than 5 minutes. I'm setting up my music for when I come back. All right. Oh, I got to put my break timer on. All right, I was thinking about the weather the whole time I was out there. Even check the weather. It's supposed to start raining at any second, which is amazing because then it will de-thaw all of this ice. It's still just a big puddle of frozen. It's not even sludge. It's just a puddle on top of the ice, and it's frustrating me because I don't want to. I don't want the ice to exist like that anymore. I want it to go away so I can get coffee tomorrow. The coffee shop closes in 30 minutes. They're probably not open. Let's look at these county thing here. Not that one. Let's look at this. That seems suspicious. I manually type those things in, and I don't think that that is. No, that should right. That should right. That should work. Let's see when we're our county spawn button. Actually, I have another. It's not a checkbox. This is a scene, but this should get us to. We need the token spawner. It's in the player faction data. There's a token spawner in here. It's making a new token spawner. What does the token spawner do? Making sure my break timer was turned off there. Select county is the spawn location, is the select county's spawn location. I don't know if it knows that. I don't think it knows that. I don't think, because these are getting generated. Open up, motherfucker. Am I in remote or something? No? There we go. Spawn location node. Okay, it does know that. Which is in the overlay. Which for this particular one, though, see, it's open and we can't see it. We should be able to see this. Okay, well, no, it's closed. Oh, it's up here in the corner. Why is it up here in the corner? It's a child of this thing. So this is the problem. We found the problem. Probably if we hit play, we would find this guy up in the corner. I'm fucking freezing again, though. I was outside. I put on my coat, and I didn't even button it because it's like 4 degrees, 5 degrees difference is like such a amazing thing. He's right here, or at least that's the location where he should be. Well, he's still not there, but his part of it's there. So there's two things we got to do. Is we got to go to this county. I think we got to reset something too. I think it's getting reset to 0, and it shouldn't be. So there's two. Where's our goddamn prefab? Or it's called. Did I have it in prefabs? No. We're gonna move everything out of there. It's right here. This is our scene that is summoning everything. That's getting. Yeah, we had this turned off. I turned it off because I didn't want the clutter for our first part. Okay, so they're probably going to all be up here in the corner. Yeah, they are. So this is, wonder where we're setting this. What is this thing? I commented that out for some reason. Oh, because I dragged and dropped that shit. So we don't need that anymore. Let's just get it out of there. Uh, I feel like oh, did they? I never saw that. There was like a bug or something. Um, or just so, to hide him away because they couldn't have him on the map. All right, so the issue is, so what is this should be? Oh, this has an 11. What did we decide this was? 15 or something? This overlay is 0. Yeah. There's a lot of interesting stuff with that. Like, there's, I think it was like Half-Life 2 or Half-Life or something where, or some game where there's a train and it was actually like the head of a human. Like the character body was a body and there was a head. And so that's how they got it to move. They moved around the person, but, their head was the only thing you could see. So that was the train, was their head. Um, Z is relative. We want that. This is way over here, but it should. So when this thing moves into its position, this thing isn't coming with it for some reason. Its position isn't getting changed. It needs its position change. It's weird that it doesn't come with it because it's a child of it. It's actually not the end of the world because I have, this is slightly planned. Where the fuck was this thing? Look at that, we have an empty ready in here. We'll just get rid of it while I'm here. Not the token spawner. We want the county loader. We want Mowoud? Blocks, how's it going? I'm just gonna call you Blocks. I'm making a 2D 4X game. Uh, how right now I'm trying to fix a bug where my spawn location for like hero tokens is off. Um, and I think I can just fix it right here. It takes place in, it's going to be like post-apocalyptic, and it takes place in North America. I want to, so it's open source, so I want to be able, I want to, North America is going to have like 500 counties, like think like CK3 or something. I want to leave it open so that there can be a whole world map, but I want to keep it limited to North America right now so it's not too overwhelming. So was that in county data that was storing that shit? No, it's in select county. And we don't have. When we go here, so right now it's just this little part. Here's Oregon, here's a little piece of Washington, Idaho, but these are only the counties that matter for this part where it's very infancy, very early. I just implemented a new way to generate the counties. Actually, the same way that Paradox Games uses it. Well, similar to the way Paradox games do it. There's a thing in the README of this where generic system that this guy Wind of Flat is creating, that I used his code to learn how to do that. So I think what I need to do first thing is the select county, which we're going to rename at some point. We need to have, what is this thing? A sprite 2D or something? The county overlay is a node 2D. So we need to have, thanks, man. Are you a game developer? This is going to be the overlay. This is going to be the county overlay node 2D. Good God. And then we'll put in here, we'll stop this. We don't need this thing. We'll build this. And we need to have this overlay put here. And then with each county data that I created, I added in where it was. I just manually typed that shit in, which is a terrible thing to do, but that's what we're going to go with. So then when we go back to the county loader, we need to set that location. And it's going to be the local location. So we got to go county dot, what is this though? We're loading this as a node 2D. Can we make this a select county instead? I think we can. And then we'll go county dot county overlay 2D dot position equals county data. Do we have county data in here somewhere? We don't, but we can get it. County dot county data dot county overlay position. So this should move that over, but we'll see in a second here if it does. It did not. There's a big stack of them right there. Oh, and it broke. Doing that broke something. This is null. Didn't I just add that on here? Let's see before I start clicking on stuff what errors we get. So we get 3 errors. Not set to an instance. Check map already generated. Oh, because, all right, so what's happened is this hasn't been, we haven't updated this. We edited something that wasn't in the map, so we're going to delete all of this again here. So we edited the scenes. Oh my God, I hit the delete button again while I had something else open. I'm going to Control Z. Okay, I guess it's fine. We got to delete this thing. They don't. I'm kind of surprised because they, you know, we had a cat and we had a dog. We had 13 cats, 11 cats when I was a kid. And whoops, that's not what we want to play. Yeah, we got a problem there. Oh no, none of that either. We used to have a horse. My sister had a horse. To generate the counties. I was like, shit, this is broken now? No, we just have to I don't. I think that's an effort because they like plants so much. You know, that's an effort they don't want to go into. I haven't really asked them. I know my sister had a dog for a while, or more recently, that I think like died of old age or something. But I remember they had that over at their house all the time, and they like loved the dog, but they didn't like what was involved taking care of it because it was very active before it got old. Okay, so this is the same issue. So which one of these is it not like? Let's go to remote. Oh, look, it puts that right there. That's interesting. Uh, it says it's null. Oh, probably when I control Z'd, I bet you. I bet you when I control Z'd, it moved it out of here. That's exactly what it did. So everything we did was just a waste of our time. Save this again. Delete all of these again. Stop this. And then hit play. Tortoises, my stepdad loves tortoises. He's a deadhead. There's the tortoise stuff. Keeping it on the property, I think, would be pretty difficult because the San Diego is also pretty tortoise friendly. But like I said, I think keeping it on the property would be kind of a pain. All right, let's double check that one of these has its shit here. All right, now it has its shit. And they dig. They dig and over everything. All right, we still don't see this thing. Oh, look, it moved him around. So I wonder why that is. It's not following. Unless, let me think about this. Maybe we're just moving the sprites into place and we're not moving this actual thing into place. That's quite possible. Whoops, I don't want that. I want to go to remote. Yes, that's what's happening. We're not moving the scene, we're moving the sprite into place. That's why these are all up in the corner. So when we load and it's in the county loader, we're already here. Where are we putting these? You know what it is? It's not the county loader that's the issue. It's the county, not saver either. It's the county map editor thing is hitting there's little tortoises too. So I have like a couple of friends who have either own tortoises or have like tortoises in their family. They live like forever too. So that's the other thing. So this is a problem with the map editor, I'm pretty sure, is how we're generating the counties. I think they're being assigned to the wrong thing. So I think what's happening down here is it goes through all this shit and then it sets its position, the county sprite's position, but that's actually not what we want. And it's setting the county mass position. So this is going to fuck a bunch of shit up, but unless it works perfectly, but we would want just the county's position to be here. So I'm going to just comment this out because we'll have one less line if it works. And then we'll just cross our fingers here. And we got to recreate our counties though. Luckily with that part, we can tell what's going wrong pretty quick. See, this is the problem. This is the big deal that I keep talking about. See, that was left open, and it's okay. But it causes issues since I didn't save it. We want to run this one though. Do you have any animals? That goes for everybody in chat. I haven't just the cat. You know, it's right behind me. Okay, we're getting there. Now my question is it that same centered thing? So that was actually, that solved, we only needed one thing. We don't need to save this just yet. Olden cat. This cat is, I think I already mentioned this, it's so fucking grumpy that it hasn't been outside in a week. I offered it, it went and sat on the porch last night. It doesn't understand, it doesn't understand why there's this cold white shit out there. So that didn't work, but we're getting there. I think that maybe this is set to centered. Where was that shit? Nowhere to be found. Nowhere for me to find. Some of them are going to be off. Okay, but 0, 0 is the upper corner. Well, it only snows here once a year. And this week-long thing is quite rare. So last year there was we had this icy shit for like one. No, actually, last year was a normal 1 day of snow, you know, and it was just like kind of wee fun snow, and then it was gone the next day. The year before that, we had like a couple days of this ice. This is the first time I've lived in Portland where it's been a week of ice. It's usually it snows and the snow sticks for like an afternoon, and then if it does stick overnight, the next day is like an icy hellscape, and then later that day it's gone, and so you just have to like prepare for being inside, you know, for like one full day. And there's actually some kind of funny videos of people like sliding down hills because no one's prepared for this shit. But it isn't that. This is extremely unusual. Like I said, I've never seen this week long where we're stuck inside and I can't even go get coffee. I don't see the center thing here, so it must not be that, because these are node 2Ds versus what is this thing? Okay, this is centered. So this is the capital sprite. Let's see what that does. Let's save this. I don't think that's going to do us any good, though. Whoops, wrong run. It's kind of nice, actually, being able to just work on the thing. Yeah, that centered thing didn't do shit. So what we probably need to do, this is what we need to do, I think. Where did that, I did local position. Where was that shit? That was under the county loader. All right, this is what we need to do. I think. Actually, what we can do is check. We got to play this. And then we got to make sure that it's not the sprite that's the issue. It's the overlay is off. So the overlay is at 0 still, which is the upper left-hand corner. You know, I think the thing is that the overlays don't have that center thing. Cowlitz, we know Portland doesn't have it centered. So there's the Portland position. We don't give a shit about that. Oh, I wonder if it's some sort of scale thing too. All of these overlays, it would be really nice to have them. So this is supposed to have a number in here because we're supposed to have added the overlay position to the county data. So this should be from the county data. This should be Portland's is 8 and 30. What is this thing? Vector 2? Let's do this instead here. Just to make sure. What the fuck is this? Just to make sure that this is actually affecting what we think it should. So the overlay position is going to be a vector 2. Let's say 100 by 100. Let's say 1,000. No, 100 should do it. Because that's the local position. So that should be where its parent. It should be. Whoops. I was thinking about making another scene where you picked so that I didn't forget to do that all the time. Man, I'm running out of time here. All right, I can't tell if that's 100 pixels. Oh, no, not play. Not play. I knew this part would be kind of a pain. Yeah, that's not affecting anything. Yeah, these should all have. I wonder if like when it gets moved, it resets. It shouldn't. It shouldn't reset it. Because this is like at the yeah. These are all at they're all at 0. Oh, except for this one. Because remember, these are like squares, rectangles. I think this is. Oh no, this one is. This one is at its. Yeah, they're all still at 0. So this is not affecting its local position. I mean, we can put global position in here, but the problem with that is they're all going to just go to the same spot. The other thing we can do is we can add the county's position to the local position. I think because they're both vector 2. I just want to see if this makes them all go into a pile. As it should. It has no effect on it either. Did I drag the wrong shit in here or something? county overlay node. Why is this not moving? At all. Where is the... I'm wondering if you move something, it resets its children to 0? That seems weird. Where are we putting... We just did this. So we did the county loader. Where is it getting... This is loading it all. Maybe this is the wrong spot. What are you doing here? This is... It adds it as a child. And then what happens? That's it. It's done. Maybe we're assigning this to the wrong thing. What is this county? This is the scene that it's instantiating. This looks right. And I still think this should just be position. Change child position does nothing. Oh, that's an idea. What is this thing? It's a node 2D. I have an area, and as a child, a collision. Now, if I change the position of the area to T, should affect the position of the child nodes. So that's what I want to do, is have it just a change with wherever that thing goes, but it doesn't. Moving parent doesn't update child's position. No, it's updating the child's position. It's not updating when I don't think I have to put like local position in here. No. Let's just look at the actual documentation here. Godot node 2D position. What was that thing? Set position. Position relative to the node's parent. Well, that's what I want. Void set position. When I was a kid, we went hiking. Yeah, set position. This is how you do it. How am I moving other shit around? We went hiking somewhere. I think it was in Mexico, but it was basically a big desert, and there was burros everywhere. Donkeys, sort of donkeys. And so as kids, we were fascinated. Me and my sister, and we'd like run after him and stuff. And I fell on a cactus because they're cute. They're like, um, they seemed friendly. They probably were not friendly. It's probably one of those things where you're not supposed to fuck with the wildlife. So this is my question. We're adding this child in, but we're never setting its position. So we must be setting this position somewhere else, which seems like a weird thing to do. We're adding it in. Is the county creator sets the position. Okay, all right, so that's right. So wonder if we move the county loader, if we put this thing, maybe it has something to do with that. I don't know why this would matter. and we create it with its correct position. I'm just gonna leave that 1,000 in there so we can. You have wandering donkeys, wandering wild feral donkeys, wherever you are. Ah. Those things are missing, and they're all down here. They're all over here now. So that worked. I wonder why it doesn't work on that other thing. That's so bizarre. Whoops. Did it again. I'm not a big fan of horses. Like, I'm not against horses. I've ridden a horse like once, but they're kind of big and scary. Like, and what I mean is, like, they bite, they kick, they can accidentally, like, squish you. Okay, so this did apply. It applied some of them. They all went like down over. Well, that one didn't. This one is over. So basically what happened is this is in the wrong. Their overlay position that I typed over, that I brought over from earlier is wrong. So let's look at our old things here. We haven't deleted them, I hope. We're on local. Maybe I got all crazy and just deleted them. Wouldn't be the first time I've done something crazy like that. I thought I saved them though because I was worried. Maybe I did. Just like fuck it, let's get this thing out of here. County improvements, county resources, prefabs, levels, tokens, provinces, county graphics. We don't need that anymore. Counties, here are the old scenes. So let's look at Portland. Let's look at its county overlay. Yeah, so its position. Oh, I wonder if this is like a different size now. I bet you that's the thing, is that these are a different size, and that's why this is so off. This is 1,000 by 1,000 pretty much. I guess I'll put in the real by 103. And then let's go look at our thing there. So burros are I think donkeys are also considered mean. The thing is, I feel like you could accidentally be seriously hurt by a horse. Well, I guess I'm not around donkeys. I was around horses more. Because like if you startle them, they just kick you in the face and you're dead. All right, you're probably not dead. But let's see, mass sprite. It doesn't really matter. We just want to see which one of these. Oh, I can't look at the size of it though. Actually, I have them right here. So they are different sizes, but so that feels weird. Maybe the overlays here at 18. I wonder if it's this scale thing is throwing it off. I might just call it a day. I feel like I accomplished way more than I thought I was going to, and I have to go to the bathroom, so that's a good excuse, you know. I think burros are, maybe it's mules. Is it mules that have like the renowned bad attitude? that like mules are there's one of them are like has a really, and ponies I know are also like surprisingly shitty. Oh man, is it snowing? I guess not. I just want to be able to get coffee. So how the fuck is this at 18? All right, I'm gonna just drag this around real quick. Huh. What is this position at? Oh, I'm on the wrong thing here. Just typing that in the remote one. Let's stop this because we don't need this. We need to see this. 8 by 30. Yeah, so this is, even though this is, it sucks that you can't center. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. This position, I feel like this size is not. Oh, wait. That's the issue. Okay, all right, all right, all right. This number needs to be added to the center, and we're adding it to the corner. All right, let's fix this real quick. I don't know how to do this, but can we do can we do like county dot center? So we need two things. We want the one thing to not be centered, but then we want the center of the image. And it probably is what we'll have to do is just do the math. Center. Yeah, we'll probably just have to do the math, which isn't that big of a deal. So what we'll do is we will go the county position. Do we know the county, the mask texture? So can we get them just to make sure we can do this mask sprite dot texture dot size, get size? Yeah, all right, so this is what we're gonna do. Can we do like X here? No. What does this return? What do you want to give me here? A vector 2? Yeah, my sister had a pony as well. And I remember that thing being nasty as fuck. Like nasty as in mean, not as in like gross, unclean, but yeah, it was mean as fuck. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put the starting position of the whole county there. Then we're gonna see, this is a vector 2. This is gonna be a vector 2. I feel like I already have the size somewhere, but I guess not. I mean, we have the size up here. Can we add this somewhere? With this rect thing, I'm just gonna do it down here. Whoops. So we're gonna have this county size. It's gonna equal that. Then we're gonna go. We need the X and the Y. And then we need to add that. I wish you could just add the. Let's see if we can do that. I don't think you can. Oh, will it let us just do that? No way. It'll let you do that? Maybe you can't do it with vector or with vector 2 ints. All right, I'm calling it a day soon. Oh, it could be. You know, there's an interesting thing where I guess animals on islands slowly get smaller and smaller over time. Uh, I cannot believe you can add vector 2s like that. You can't do it with vector 2 eyes. You got to split them into their individual pieces. So that's the center of each one. Well, no, this is right. This works. That one line is all. Uh, Chile has the same thing. Where is it like because it's mountainous or something? I'm gonna put a note in because that worked. Uh, this uh, takes the county's position and gets the center and adds the manual county overlay local position so that it shows up in the right place. So there's Catalina Island is off of the coast of California. I think it's Catalina. Let me push this code here. Map editor. We're almost done. We are almost done. Getting the map maybe tomorrow. Getting the map editor to work in the main game. Maybe tomorrow we'll be done with this. I'm gonna look this up. I think it's Catalina. But they have Buffalo. Catalina Island, Buffalo. Buffalo milk? No. For this game, I don't know yet. It's not gonna be AI art if you're talking about that. I was looking for the thing about how they get smaller. Here we go. In 1924, several bison were acquired, and before the end of 1925, brought to Catalina. Catalina is like the tiniest fucking island. The bison are now quite popular tourists. There's as many as 600. I want to see the size thing, though. Oh, in 2015, a person was injured by a bison. Oh, this person was gored. Yeah, don't fuck with them, man. They have some cattle in their ancestry. They also found that they have a smaller size, different length of leg, jaw length. Oh, they were given animal birth control. I guess that's not the example of whatever I was thinking. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's funny because here's a picture. I was gonna say Catalina is also not like it's like scrub brush and shit. Smaller animals on islands. Insular dwarfism. Large animals evolving or having a reduced body size when their population range is limited to a small environment, primarily islands. It's distinct from the intentional creation, obviously. Yeah, it's weird. Nature is pretty fucking crazy in a good way. But yeah, I'm gonna take off. I'm done for the day. I feel like I accomplished a bunch more than I expected. Yeah, no AI art. No, definitely no AI art. I guess I haven't mentioned that in a long time. I hope this goddamn. Oh, is it fucking raining? Please. Once it starts raining, it will just all wash away the de-thaw the snow. It looks like it's almost raining, so that's good. Anyways, were they imported for a movie? Did I skip that part? Oh my god. What in 1925 the movie must have been bad. silent film, Western tale, The Vanishing America. However, the 1925 version of The Vanishing America does not contain any bison and shows no terrain that resembles Catalina. The Thundering Herd, a silent film released in 1925. It said that the herd then in 1938 numbered about 30 animals left behind with Wrigley's permission after a Lasky Western filmed. Huh. So weird to bring them to an island. Wow. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining me. I will talk to you next time. I am almost done with this part. Then we're back to the wars. The wars that we will have working. But I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye. Where's my stop button?